going on? We're just letting the notifications pop, and I saw this and I couldn't help myself. Radio Wayne in attendance. Thank you for joining. He goes, another #1 post in the live stream. What did I win? My answer is another live stream. Oh man, we are back. We are a little tired, but it's Sunday. That means we are going to have some fun over here. We're going to do an after action on Fieldday stuff coming up here in a minute. We'll go ahead and get things kicked off in 1 second. Let's run through a little these real fast. Auto 45, thank you for attending. Rock on. Paul. Yeah. We got Chris. And we got Tim. Tin Can Ham. Tin Can. Tin Can. I get it. For the win radio. Yeah. All right. Let's kick this off by... What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Frank KG5HJ, and I like how Windows has stopped ducking my volume. Y'all are awesome and amazing, and let's go ahead and kick this started by starting it off by playing that awesome intro video. Where's my whiskey? Quick shout out to all my Patreons who makes the show possible. You can support me by joining Patreon in the link below. And on to Tank Radio. What is up, y'all? Thank y'all for joining. I have this nifty thing right here. So on the subscription count, it's gonna fall away here in a little bit, but right now I'm pushing to 8,000 subscribers. That's what we're at right now. Once we do hit 8,000, Gigaparts and I are gonna be giving away, here's the official announcement, a Shack starter kit. Everything you need to start your shack at home. And it's just going to be pretty much everything you need except the radio and coax cables, because those are the expensive parts, and they don't discount those. But that's an amazing, awesome. You're going to have to be present for the live stream to win, and I can't wait to give that away once I hit 8,000. So I don't say this a lot. But right now, if you're not subscribed already, please go ahead and head over there and subscribe and get that counter up. We'll see how far it goes here over the show. And I can't wait to give that away. Right now, if you are just to say thank you to everyone who's already a channel subscriber or a YouTube supporter. All your subs and your help does create all of this, and I can't put this channel on without y'all. So if you want to support Tank Radio, go ahead and like and subscribe and become a channel member, or just look out some of those amazing links in the description. Next, if you haven't done so already, I have a audio podcast that is released once a week. That means there's 2 episodes a month that are not on the YouTube sphere. And if you want to hear all the fun that we do and talk about the back channel stuff, go ahead over and search Tank Radio on anything that is an audio podcast catcher. And I think that is it for this go around. So let's go ahead and bring on my amazing guests. We got Jason in the wins and also Prep and Paul. How are y'all doing today?
What's up? It's going.
Yeah, look at me.
Still
I'm
recovering.
Recovering, man. That first night, that's what we were recovering from.
I think the sun just kind of drained me. I mean, we were outside a lot. I'm just tired.
That's a true statement.
Yeah.
Cleanup will make you tired.
Absolute
That's
true
true
statement.
also, yeah, that's true also. Where's Robert?
give a quick recap. We were at Cooper Lake State Park for our field day this year. We had two cabins because we couldn't find a nice large cabin. They were all booked up. They've been booked up for a while.
It's okay. They were
And
right next to each other.
right, yeah. Well, and luckily, Robert got two cabins right next to each other, and it was fun. It was so much fun. We set up radios. We're going to talk about the setup in a minute, but I think that's the way to go if you want to POTA in a park, especially in Texas and in the South. Um, get a cabin because they have AC. They have a full restroom. It was awesome, and a shower right there.
Mm-hmm.
Kitchen, refrigerator.
Kitchen and refrigerator. Yep, we did a majority of our cooking outside. We
Mm-hmm.
didn't really use the inside stove. We had a flat top that made amazing breakfasts, and I know because I cooked it.
Cigar lounge in the back. A
Hmm.
raised cigar
Yeah.
lounge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Very
was
true.
nice. I did not get a picture of it, but we did enjoy some nice cigars, and we overlooked the forest, and you can see like the lake in the little bit of the background. But it was a fun time. I really did enjoy this field day. Um, Now we start our field day activities like on a Thursday, and we've been doing
Mm-hmm.
that for quite a while. It's so that gives us the full Friday to set up antennas, pull things out, and kind of get it ready and do it at our own leisure. And I think that's a amazing thing to do because it just makes it a little bit more relaxful.
Mm.
Allows you to restock up on beverages too.
Well, yeah, because that first night this go around, the four of us, Paul didn't get there until Friday evening. Knocked out, knocked out quite a bit of whiskey. It
Good.
was a lot of fun, and I'm already still drinking it.
Where's Bill?
Bill, I think Bill is taking a nap.
Of course he is. Why
Yeah,
wouldn't he be?
my bet was that he was asleep on a couch somewhere.
Yeah,
Uh
Jason, you are kind of quiet to us. You got the right mic.
I yeah. Well, yeah, it's the right mic, but
Okay.
yeah, it's the right mic. I can turn. Sometimes you got to turn it up for Zoom.
Oh yeah, that sounds better.
All right.
Yeah. And that even though that first night's just kind of you get there and you don't have to set up radios. You're not in a rush to do anything. You just kind of like settle in at a little
Mm-hmm.
motel. I didn't grab any of my radio packs. I don't think any of us threw up anything that Thursday night. It was just more
No.
of us getting caught up and enjoying each other's company, and it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I really
Mm-hmm.
love doing that, and I think that's the best way to do it.
Yep. I agree.
Then then breakfast. I cooked a breakfast for all of us. We just did breakfast burritos. I
Mm-hmm.
think I
What
have.
did
Go
and
ahead.
what did you eat them on?
Oh, that first day, we just kind of made the burrito, but the eggs were served in coffee filters and the bacon on paper towels
We forgot
because
to
we
bring
forgot
paper plate.
A
paper
certain a
plates.
certain someone who's currently
Uh,
wearing a gray hat and blue shirt
mm-hmm.
missed the Zoom call to know that they were leaving Thursday, and I was in charge of plates and stuff. So
Mm,
they may do with coffee filters for their breakfast.
mm.
Right. I am trying to pull up.
We thought you were working, Paul. We didn't think you could.
Yeah.
We didn't think you were there on Thursday because you were
Oh,
working.
I mean, yeah, I was working. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the
take that
ticket.
out. Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. All right.
Good field
I'm
day
yelling at everybody.
morning.
They're hearing it because I'm starting the video. I need to pull it in somehow. I haven't figured that out. Yes, I know what I'm going to do now. Here, fill a little bit of time. What do we do on kind of like Friday?
well, we set up the hex beam on Friday afternoon, and got. That was the main thing we did. We, hung out and did some testing on some
Huh.
setups and whatnot. I did some testing with the Starlink.
Uh huh.
Had a couple new Starlink batteries that I was testing out.
Starlink, that was great having it
Yeah,
there. I was
yeah,
very suspicious if we were going to get that going because
yeah.
when we looked at the maps of the area, I could pull in Google Maps pretty easily. Come on, there wasn't going to be a lot of coverage or a place to get Starlink.
Yeah, that was yeah, but that field out in front was fine.
Yeah.
Had plenty of
Well, I didn't think about trying to place all the antennas in the middle of that circle area, and
yeah,
Well, your Starlink was wireless, right? I mean, there was no cable to a router, right?
there we
correct.
go.
Yes.
Yes. Because if I
Yeah.
set mine up, I'd have to string that, you know, I would have at least one cable crossing the road, so I couldn't have done it with mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Power or network.
Hmm.
Yeah, I figured out one thing.
Yeah, it was
All
all
right.
it was all Wi-Fi.
So here was our two cabins. First cabin here, second cabin here, and what I was really worried about is just being in the woods so much that we couldn't put up the antennas. My alpha antenna worked very great in the trees. You
Hmm.
don't really have to have a lot of coverage for that. But Jason's antenna, this is where we parked the cars, so that area wasn't
Hmm.
available. But we had our hex antenna. We put it in this big grass area. It was pretty cool. And as soon as I saw it, I walked in Thursday. I was like, guys, you know what would be awesome if we put the hex antenna, Buddy Pool's hex antenna, in the middle of that area, and then we
Hmm.
operated from it. And they're like, and Robert's like, yeah, we should totally do that. I was like,
I think
yeah.
everyone was thinking the same thing, but
Mm-hmm.
the no, we didn't want to run the coax over the road because there were people driving the road,
Mm-hmm.
and we figured out to hang it up in the tree. So, and that worked out well.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can
Yeah,
figure out how to get the video again. Go ahead.
the coax connector on his buddy hex is up at the top, so it worked out to just
Right.
bring it across
Mm-hmm.
over a tree.
Right. Mm-hmm.
For those wondering, it didn't go down and then back up and back,
No.
No.
Since the buddy pole is fed from the top end,
Hmm.
it was very easy to definitely. Okay, I think I figured it out. Feed it from the top and run it across. Because our neighbors in the area had a boat, and that boat was pretty tall on top of the trailer, and they were taking it out every day from the lake. Here we go.
Hmm.
Okay, this works. I'm
There
just
you
going to
go.
share the entire screen. All right. So this is coming up on Monday's video. We see the ah
You got a dragonfly in that other
yeah.
shot right there. Nice.
I didn't really
Considering there were
show.
hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there it is. I didn't really show the grassy knoll that it was on. Maybe later in the video we get a good view of it. But that's where we fed it from the top, which was very great. And oh, there it is. It's in the middle of that grass circle. I that was very cool to have the antenna there, and it was in an open area. I think it worked very well and got it up and out of those trees.
Hmm.
Because those
Yeah,
trees
for sure.
was going to be a nightmare, or it would be super low to the ground and be kind of useless.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
perfect little area.
worked out pretty well, I think.
Then what? Oh, did that get
That was
moved?
the,
Yep.
that's the little rotator on the buddy hex Jason
Yeah,
put on
yeah.
there.
The wireless
That black
rotator.
box there.
Is that released, Jason?
No, it's still in beta, and I found a couple of issues with it. Not major issues, just minor issues. So I've given some feedback on it and whatnot. But I think I'm going to set it up here,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm going to set up the hex beam here in the backyard for I don't know, a couple weeks, something like that, and just to kind of play with that and see what it does and what it's like. Heck, I might even try to put a different antenna on that mast besides the hex beam. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna play with it a little bit here and get a little bit better feel for it. But that was the first. I picked it up the day before we got there, so I hadn't had any chance to toy with it at all.
Mm-hmm.
And but the concept is very cool.
It is.
The concept is very cool. It was it has its own wireless AP access point. and its own web server. So you connect to the access point and do a scan for the ambient Wi-Fi around, and I had it connected to my Starlink, and then the access point drops, of course, and then it pulls an IP from your Starlink, and as long as your laptop or your phone is on the same network, then you just, if you have MDNS, you can go to it via URL. If not, you just pull up the IP, and you can control everything from a browser screen right there on your computer.
That seems pretty cool, but I saw you go out there several times to change it. It wasn't until late, like Saturday, that you were rotating it from the inside our cabin.
Well, and see, that's it. It was for me. It was a learning curve. So the guys who built it, what they didn't tell me, or at least I don't remember them telling me this, is that and this makes sense. I didn't know where it was. It'll only go so far in one direction, and then it'll go 360 degrees, and it'll stop the other direction. So it doesn't just like keep spinning around and around.
You don't want that because that just starts pulling the wire in.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't do that with the coax up there anyway. So I had it like due north, I think it was, and it wouldn't go east. I was like, I want it to go east. Well, I had to spin it all the way around to go east. So I'm like, okay. So the next time, when I shut it down this morning, I was like, okay, I'm going to spin it all the way to the west, all the way counterclockwise, I should say. Okay. So that when I set up the hex beam here, this way is north where I'm sitting right now. I'll set up the hex beam and I'll have it pointed west, so that when I turn it on, it'll be turned all the way counterclockwise. So I can turn it clockwise, and I can go north, I can go east, or I can go south. Don't do much south on 20 meters from Texas, but I could. I mean, I could go to Mexico and whatnot. But at least I'd be able to get the whole, because we're at the bottom part of the United States anyway. So if I want to work the U.S., I can just turn it 90 degree or 180 degrees this way, and so I know where the stop point is now. I didn't know where the stop point was before, so that's one thing I learned. There was
that's a great point. I wonder if they can put like a little point on the map, or say, hey, this is the stop point, or and have you adjust it so you can make it custom or something.
Maybe, that might be something to do. But I mean, there's different ways you can set it up, obviously. But the other thing was, the first day, it didn't act like it wanted to stay connected to the Starlink. Like I would scan the Starlink, and the Starlink would be sitting right there next to it, and it wouldn't find it, and it wouldn't find it. Finally, I just manually added the Starlink, and it connected, because I manually added the SSID and the password, and it connected. And then it dropped, and then the battery died. It'll run on 12 volts. The rotor itself runs on 12 volts, has a power pole on it, or you can plug in USB-C. And the USB-C seems to work fine. But, again, something else I'm kind of tinkering with. I think it worked better on the 12 volts. Once I took my battery box out there and plugged it in, that's when I started and reconnected the Starlink. That's when I started using it from the browser inside the radio room. Because I don't know, it was almost like the battery bank would just shut off and it would lose connection for what, and that might be a fault of the battery bank itself. It may not have anything to do with the rotor at all.
So once it loses connection, it defaults back to the AP point, and it doesn't try to remember the last connection.
Exactly. So if you don't have an active browser window open and you're not actively turning it, it might kind of like not really shut itself off, but it might be such a low power drain that the battery shuts itself off. So I don't know. It just kind of depends.
Yeah. Again, beta.
Exactly.
We're not knocking this thing. It's things
no,
that work out.
The proof of concept is awesome. It's going to be really cool to work with.
Once we were inside late Saturday night, and you pulled it up on your phone and just started turning it. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
No more antenna, boy.
Yeah. Right. So
I want something similar on my mag loops. I would love a remote tuner for my mag loop, because it's 100 watts. It's not QRP anymore. You can't set it next to you and tune it. But I know what you should put on there next, Jason. Put your Yagi on there. Let's see if I can get you on SSB 2 meter.
That's exactly what I want to do. I have to figure out how heavy that Yagi is after I put it, because it's like 9 elements. We talked about it on the live stream last week, and I couldn't remember. But it's like 2 6-foot sections. It's taller than I am when it's broken down into 2 sections. I bought it used at Hamfest. They're zip tied together. So they're maybe 5.5 feet, maybe 5'10" or something like that. Anyway, so it's going to be like a 10.5-foot boom when it's put together. and I think it's got 9 elements if I counted correctly. So I got to see how heavy it is and if that mast will even hold it. And if so, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to put up the 2-meter element and go from there. But
the mast itself, and Chris at Buddy Pole does sell it separately. And
he does.
Yeah, it's a very cool mast system because the whole system itself is keyed. You don't need to put the rotator at the top. His rotator sits down at the bottom.
It's at the bottom, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is so cool.
It
and
is.
it removes the weight you have to lift.
Yeah. True. But anyway, so well, I'm going to be experimenting with that this week, I think.
Yep. Oh, and here is the other antenna we set up in the woods, the alpha antenna hex. 2 hexes. That's why I was kind of getting confused when we're talking about hex this and the hex beam, and here's alpha's antenna's hex beam that there is the cabin set up in the side of the woods. We had that tuned to 40, and I think it did a fairly good job when 40 was open and there was no noise on 40.
Yeah,
it did.
It's a good antenna for that.
Amazing job. And it was really acting like Invis. We were getting...
Yeah, it was a great Invis.
I got a Fort Worth contact. The Hex Squad.
Hex Squad. Or Hex Squared.
I like it. I like it. That it was our field day because those were our 2 main antennas. Delta loop? No, we didn't really do a delta loop. I got one behind me, but that's Bill's.
You can add a wire to that, Frank, and make it a kind of a delta loop.
The hex antenna,
Oh, that's what he's talking about.
It would basically be the same thing as like Chameleon's tactical delta loop, TDL.
Oh, you put it between in the middle and to attach it?
So it bends the whips up a certain amount. I mean, you'd have to measure that. I don't know how long. Maybe Dave knows how long the wire is. The Chameleon one is 2 17-foot whips and a 17-foot wire, I think. So it's a delta.
I did not get that. I might have to call Steve and Steve, can you give me that? Did they give you one? Does it give me a post in the middle to extend up and hold it up in the air then?
No. You just connect it. You connect it to the end of the wires. It has a loop on it, and then you clip it on, but the loop holds it, keeps it from falling off. And then you put those on when it's down, when the telescopian whips are down, and then you raise the whips, and it just kind of tightens, and the 2 element or 2 whips
so it pulls
kind
it,
of curve up.
I get it now. I get it because then instead of bending down, it bends up.
Right. It looks like a single leg of a hex beam. Really, it looks like a big V with a wire in between the top.
Now I got to have it because the hex beam antenna would be doing the tank radio.
Yeah, and it gets your element up higher too, which is nice.
Right,
it's one of the elements up.
Yeah, I like that, and I'm just kind of scrubbing through the video. Let's kind of talk about our setup inside the cabin. I really liked how we ran all 4 stations because we're operating as a 4 alpha inside. I had some crappy earbuds. Next time I need to get nice over-the-ear cans because my ears started ringing. That's my takeaway from my setup. I need to get better cans for my radio system. But I really liked operating it that way. I like operating in the one room where we're all kind of close to each other and we see the counters go up every time we make a contact.
Yeah. I forgot my Heil headset. I have a Heil Pro 7 that goes with my FTDX 10, and I forgot it.
Oh.
So that's one thing. I'm going to be working on an update to my PotoPack, and that's the one of the things that I'm going to have to make sure it's added in there. But I borrowed Paul's. Paul, I brought that home along with that coax. So
I haven't even used them. Did you like them? Because they don't cover the ear completely. How do they work?
I like the Pro 7s better, but they work just fine. Yes, and yours are smaller and take up less room. So it's if you're wanting to pack light, the ones you have are definitely the choice. So
I was thinking of those more for, like POTA and things like that, just lighter. And for those the Pro 7 are these he's talking about, which are amazing, and they totally cover your ears. So So if the 3 or 4 of us had these and we're all next to each other, you're not going to hear anybody else. So these
No,
are great.
not at all.
Did some sound link on the ones that you used or Paul's this go around? Then, since they were smaller, did you hear a lot of other
I mean, not
stations?
really, because I had the volume up kind of high because there was noise on the band, and a lot of the stations were down in the noise that I worked this weekend. I didn't hear a lot of booming stations. I mean, there were some in there, but for the most part, people were like maybe a 5.2, 5.1, 5.2. And so I had the volume up kind of high. And when the volume's up and it's right next to your ear, no, I didn't really hear much other than that. I had
Okay.
to pull one ear back in order to talk to Bill across the table a few times.
Yeah.
But
William's got a question.
Yeah, I did see that he was asking, did we use all different antennas for each station? No, we had a triplexer, which we see in the back right here, that had a 10, 15, and 20 meters. Did I say that right?
correct.
And then we had the 40-meter alpha hex, and then those were our 4 bands, and we only used the 2 antennas. Good question. Good question. And
we never did try any 6 meters. I wonder if anyone in the chat did any 6 meters
Yeah.
and had success with it.
Yeah, let us know. I would like to hear that too. Let's go kind of around the table here. Jason, you used a Flex radio, and I'm sorry, take that back. A Yaesu FTDX10.
Correct.
Then I had a my station right here. Paul's operating a Yaesu, another Yaesu FTDX10. Robert was running his Yaesu 891, and then Bill had the what was it? LabCore.
Lab 599 TX 500.
Yeah, that was pretty a cool setup, but he seemed to be struggling a little bit with.
Well,
that
he wasn't.
particular radio.
He had his amp with it, which he says does about 45, 50 watts, and he was running about half the power that we were. But he was also doing CW, and he was making some CW contacts. Not fast. I don't think any of us worked really fast. I worked a couple of pileups that lasted for like 5 minutes.
Yes.
And then it just kind of went away. So.
And I think that was typical of the bands this year.
Yeah.
A lot of people reported the bands were not that great.
Yep.
Well, and you were on 15 too. I think 20 was definitely. It was kind of nonstop on 20 for sure.
Well, I mean, I switched over to 20 at some time Saturday night, and I worked a small pileup, but it wasn't like it's been in the years past. I'll put it that way.
We're kind of at the half-hour mark here, so let me go ahead and give a kind of a recap of what we're up to today. We are going over a field day review and looking at what we did at field day this year, and a little bit of an action and overview on what we did. Also, a reminder, if you haven't subscribed already, we picked up a couple of good subs. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because once we hit 8,000, we're going to be doing a Shack Starter Kit giveaway by Gigaparts. And in order to do that, we got to hit 8,000. I can't wait to do that, and I know we're going to be doing that here very soon. So as soon as that happens, I will have a special off-schedule live stream, so that's going to be on one of the Sundays I don't live stream. I usually live stream on the second and fourth Sundays, so we'll probably do that on one of the odd Sundays, so we don't have to interrupt any of the guests or anyone. We'll have a stream dedicated just for the live stream, so we're going to have guests on and have fun. I forgot to say this part though at the top. A $10 super chat will keep the live stream free. I believe it's currently free right now, because I hate how YouTube inserts ads on the live streams. It makes it very difficult to watch after the fact or even during the fact. Actually, I'm kind of poking the settings right now to make sure I marked it as monetized. And a $10 super chat would keep it free forever. No, it's turned on. I know y'all were going to be awesome and amazing there. I turned it off. No more ads on the live stream, but I'll turn them on after if we don't get a $10 super chat. I think that is it, because I chose $10 because that's more than what ads will give me in the long run after several weeks, and I just hate YouTube's ads. All right, getting back to it. That's not the screen I wanted.
Jeremy said he's doing a little 6-meter FT8 right now.
Ooh.
That's good. Good.
So has anyone said did they work 6 meters during field day?
We didn't see it. Nobody's said anything yet.
Okay.
No.
45 mentioned a new park coming up soon west of San Antonio.
Oh.
Interesting.
We need to run down there and be the first operators, Jason.
Because do you guys remember the name of the one that's? I thought it was like west or northwest of Fort Worth. Isn't there?
Yeah, there's one out in like Palo Pinto area or towards Weatherford, I think. I don't remember. I don't remember the name of it. No.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that one just opened like a month or two ago, I think.
Something like that. Yeah.
This year, I know you used it for Winterfield Day when I wasn't there, but we used the World Radio League logging software with the free version. No, it wasn't the free version. We downloaded the desktop. The club has a paid license.
It was the free version that we used because I have a VIP version with World Radio League, but we used the version under the club call sign, which is the free. The VIP version that I have is under my call sign. So yeah, I logged out of my account, logged into the club account, which is free. Desktop app is also free. And that's what we used. We had 4 of us logged in this weekend. So yeah, we used the free version, and it worked great. Really like the way that app works.
It was pretty nice. It felt at times a little clunky, just because I was not used to it. Here it is down on the screen.
Yeah, I
right
mean,
here.
if you're not used to it, you gotta get used to it. But
and editing some of the contacts because I didn't have some of the fields right. Was a little weird, and it took me a minute to figure out how to get back to the actual log screen. They also had a plug-in that you can run, or they called it integration, to run WSJTX and have it hook into it and log the contacts you made there. That was pretty nice.
Yes.
Because I missed 1 or 2 when I was installing that integration, getting set up, and I plugged them in by hand, and man, that took a bit. And you're like, call sign, their class section.
Right.
Okay, go. And
Well, we determined that it wasn't transferring the operator call sign, right? Doing FTA?
Well, it wasn't. It didn't for Robert, but it did for Frank.
Yeah.
Oh, it did.
So
okay.
I don't. So they must have had those set up. There's probably a field that we missed on Robert's setup, and I don't know. I've never done that specifically with a club call, so I didn't know what to look for. But that's something that's something I'm going to email them about because I traded some emails with them before the weekend started, and they're like, "Let us know what you think, and if there's any improvements we can make." And I did send them a suggestion already. I was like, so they've got this this field over there that you can click on. You can see all your stats. You have a stats tab, basically. And it shows all 50 states. So you know if you've worked all states or not. But it doesn't show the sections. So because Field Day is all about working all sections, ARRL sections. And it might be in there somewhere, but I didn't find it. So I emailed them. I'm like, if you guys don't have a sections map, we need to have a sections map because this is Field Day. So I'm waiting on their reply to that. But, I mean, the software worked great, and they're always making constant improvements to it. So I'm sure they'll probably
I think that's an excellent suggestion.
added.
We were able to change the operator. It wasn't quite obvious on changing the operator. You clicked on the club call, then it will pop up and say, operator.
Right.
Then Rob says in the chat, 6 meters did not open until Field Day was over. Then Texas was all in all day. Oh, man.
Well,
yeah, and that's something I just learned too, that the U.S. states thing. 'Cause that's one of the reasons I think I mentioned it to you guys. I like N3FJP because the map.
Right.
I love that map feature. And when you're networked, you see what states you got.
But there was a spot map. I don't think I got it on video that you could look at.
Well, there was there's a map that looks just like a POTA map. So it's got the dot where you are, and it's got lines that go to all the stations. And I love that. I love that map. That's an excellent for a POTA map. But if they had an additional map layer, they could put an additional map layer in that same field, and they could say, show North American sections, includes Canada, of course, USA and Canada, and then they could, and then they could add that as a layer. So that's what I would like to see.
And
Yeah, that would be cool.
Mm.
Doc Brad, I like that. Says X the commercials. Hi all, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for
There
your
you go.
$10 super chat. Thank you, thank
Nice.
you. You're awesome. Let me heart that. Yeah. Then it goes away. I really liked using the Relatedly software since
Hmm.
they have a desktop version that
Hmm.
also works on Linux because you ran Linux, Jason, and
Yeah.
Robert ran Linux.
Yeah. I forget what flavor he had. He had some other.
He
It
has
was a Deb.
mint.
No, I have mint. He had something else. And
Oh, he told me it was mint when I asked him because I want to do
uh,
that to mine. I asked him which one
okay.
he has. I thought he said mint.
Hmm.
I thought he told me it was another flavor, but it's all Debian based. Whatever it was
Yeah.
Debian based.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, my Panasonic Toughbook was running Mint Linux, and I actually have a video coming out about that soon. And I've been incredibly happy with Mint Linux for the last
Hmm.
3 or 4 weeks. I've been running it.
I can't tell in this screenshot. I think Bill was running Mint or some type of other Linux also.
No,
Or
Bill had a
no,
Mac.
oh, straight Mac.
Bill had a Mac.
Well, then
Yep.
look at that. We covered all the
We
OSs.
covered all. We had everything going. Yep.
Yeah, so we were
Everything
the
going.
perfect use case.
Hmm.
I think they need to sponsor next year's Fieldday event.
That's a great idea. I'm in favor of it.
You know what? Yeah, and we'll use that money for food. Yay! Oh man. I think that pretty much covers a lot of the station stuff. Food was amazing. Jason, I did not
Hmm.
get any pictures of you, but you did steak one night.
Hmm.
It was really good, really
Hmm.
good. And then the next night I did smash burgers. Yeah, look at that
Hmm.
burger.
That's right.
That is
What's
amazing
your
burger.
beans?
Um, then Robert Thursday night made tacos for everybody.
Yes, correct. Street
Yeah,
tacos. Those were good.
those were good. And I wasn't recording anything that day, so I didn't get pictures of that. And look at that amazing laptop. I think that's Digital Rancher's one. Got a tank radio sticker right there. We got a Digital
Yep.
Rancher there. Prep and Paul. We have
Hmm.
tank radio or the ham radio 2.0. Look at all
Shader on
this.
the right there.
Carlos, ham radio Crusader, nice, and Mike's. Man, look at all that. I like
You
those
know,
stickers. Hmm.
I was thinking about it while we were there when we were just after we ate the smash burgers. I thought, I could actually smoke a brisket if when we're there for more than a couple of days.
Mm.
We could have fresh brisket.
Hmm. William, yes, they are right there. Those are Tank's beans. They
Mhm.
were amazing. Um,
Yeah, they were good.
they
Too
were
hot for
on the timid side for me. I did. They weren't overly spicy. They were just the right spot.
They weren't. Yeah, they were not as hot as they've been in the past.
Yeah.
They were still good. I mean, the flavor was excellent.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But you have done them hotter in the past. Yes.
Yeah, and it was there were amazing flavor, amazing flavor,
Hmm.
and that was awesome. I think that is kind of all the points. Robert did attempt to satellite contact several times. Did he make a satellite contact in the end?
Yes, he did. He got one FM satellite contact.
Woot!
Sure did.
100 points.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was
Exactly.
doing linear ones too, which is the first
Yes.
time I've seen that.
And that linears are so hard to do.
I
Well,
don't know if has he done a video on that or something? He needs to do a video and explain that because the way he was explaining how it goes the opposite, right? Like the inverse frequency send and receive. As you go down, it goes up. That's something I'd never heard of.
Right.
I didn't
Yeah,
understand it.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Do a video showing that.
I never heard that either.
I don't. I haven't heard of that concept where it's the inverse. I need to look
Yeah.
into that. I'm going to get into back to satellites. That is a project on my workbench coming up. I got a new radio for that. I want to pull it out, put it on the bench, and test it and see if it works. And that's going to be a video coming up, and then we're going to integrate it probably into the pack. I'll do it all for that video. 45 auto. One time I had Fanks beans and apologized for the lack of spiciness. They were pretty spicy to me. Yeah,
Yeah, they
dude,
come in
I like
about
them hot.
4, maybe 5 different levels. So depending on what Frank is feeling that day and who he's feeding, because sometimes people have sensitive stomachs, and that's okay. Not everyone can be born in Texas.
If
But,
I'm making for people I know they do not like spice, I won't do them up that much.
I know.
This go around, I was just trying to make a normal level. I wasn't trying to kick it in overdrive. I did pull back. I should have put a third habanero in it, but the ones I bought at Kroger's are literally 3 inches long, and I haven't seen them that big. I was like, ooh. I don't need to do a third here. Right? That needs to be it, because I didn't want it to be kick you in the butt.
Right.
Overall,
My issue is always the tongue. Like my tongue just can't do spicy hot. Like I can do jalapenos without the seeds. I'll do cornbread muffins or something with jalapeno, but I have to take the seeds out. It's not like it hurts my stomach or anything, but once, like I just literally had a taste of the beans, just the sauce on my tongue, and it was burning my tongue. So I don't know what the deal is with my tongue. My stomach handles it, my tongue does not.
Overall, it was a fun field day. Do you have stats, the final stats for us, Jason?
I could probably log in and look.
Yeah. Question mark said, what radio was he using for the satellites? It was a Yaesu, and I don't remember which model it was. It was one I haven't seen before. It was a UHF VHF, and it was not the 891. UHF VHF.
Wait, hold on.
HF.
For his linear satellites,
yeah,
he was using an 817 and an 818.
He's asking what you're using, Frank. You mentioned you're going to start up again.
Okay. I'm going to do the ICOM 2730. 2730. Jason, you are going live tonight after us.
I am not.
Oh, you're not?
No live stream for me tonight, no.
Oh.
No. Decided to take the night off. Didn't really have anything. I mean, I was just going to talk about the same thing we're talking about here.
Right.
So, yeah, I've got plans for next week and the week after. Already got those in the books.
Nice.
If those of you who have seen my Graphene OS, which I don't have the phones inside, my Graphene OS video about installing Graphene OS on a Google Pixel 9, I'm gonna have ACK on the channel next Sunday, and we're gonna do a deep dive through Graphene, because he's been using a lot longer than I have.
I am going to really pay
tips
attention
and
to
tricks
that
about
one,
that,
or
so.
actually circle back, because I'm very interested in doing that. I'm just hesitant on doing that on my main phone and be like, oh.
Yeah, I'm carrying 2 phones right now because I'm kind of transitioning slowly.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But anyway, that's next week's live stream, and then the live stream after that is I got from when I had Eric and Jeff and Mike on last weekend to talk about the 5-2 challenge. I cut 8 or 10 short vertical clips out of that video, and I've been putting them on Instagram, and they've been blowing up. The first one has like 41,000 views, and a comment that I saw from 3 or 4 different people was about a certain topic, talking about calling CQ somewhere besides HF. So we're going to talk about. So I invited Bill and Rob, and I think I'm going to reach out to more people. I've invited Arcre and Paul, of course, and you 2 guys, and then I'm going to reach out to a couple more people, and we're going to have a brainstorm discussion, a heated.
Are you going to try to do like those head-to-head Fox News fighting discussions?
No, because I think most of us probably agree with it. But this was a question from the audience, and it's an excellent topic for a live stream for 4, 5, 6, 7 guys to get on a live stream and share opinions about it. So it's a good topic. So that's what we're going to do in 2 weeks. So I've got the next 2 weeks planned out.
Nice.
And by the time the middle of July gets here, I'll probably have the rest of it planned out too. But that's So I'm taking the night off tonight.
Nice. I would do it, but I really need some of the content. I really went through and blew through all the stored episodes I had for the audio podcast when I had my knee surgery. So I'm still trying to build that back up. Did you get logged in there for stats?
I am logged in. Can I share screen?
Oh yes. I didn't see the request pop up.
I didn't click on it yet. I was just asking if you enabled it.
They changed it.
I know. It's in a weird spot now. It's under more and tools or something.
Yes, I share my screen more.
I was just looking at the statistics overall. Says we only got 6% of the bonus
I
things.
haven't put all
What do
the
they call it?
bonuses in yet. I haven't put all that
Oh,
in
gotcha.
yet.
So it doesn't. So it doesn't track all of them. You have to put. You have to manually put some in.
Correct. Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's a screen on there. It doesn't know we made a satellite contact,
Oh,
unless
gotcha.
Robert put that in there, which he might have gone in there and put that manually, and that's okay if he did. But no, I haven't.
We forgot to get the bulletin. That was another 100.
Yeah,
we did.
I don't think we got it.
did. We did forget that. I thought about doing some WinLink, but since I was running Linux, I've never done WinLink from Linux, so I just kind of blew that. That's one thing. That's one thing I'm going to be doing with my Mint Linux laptop, and probably do another video on it, is how to freaking do WinLink. I installed WSJTX, which was easy. So I wanted to go to a park and do some FT8 with WSJTX on Linux just because I can. And
I think I enabled it.
All right, let's see.
If not,
no, sharing not turned on. Send request. Here's a request, Frank.
There. Easiest.
Okay.
Allow.
Okay. All right, so screens, not screen, this window here. Yeah, let's go that way. All right, so here's our club, and you're just seeing the window here, I think, right?
Yep.
So there's our club. I got to change. KN5TR is our call sign. I got to change the avatar in my name there. But yeah, so we had current ranking was 30.
Mm-hmm.
And 476 QSOs, 6% bonuses, 1,412 points. So far, again, not all the bonuses are in there. But you can see this map.
Oh, yeah.
Like we had a contact with, who was this over here? This was, Germany. I made that contact myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Canadian stuff. We had 2 or 3 in Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 in Hawaii.
That was Robert doing the FT8. He was really selecting.
Yeah. He got 2 stations from China.
I know.
And Mongolia. I didn't even know they had ham radio in Mongolia.
Yeah, there's Mongolia right there. So yeah, so that's our map, which I think is excellent, especially for the cruddy band conditions.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it right there. So yeah, we got 476 QSOs. That was. I don't know if it gives me a breakdown if I click on it or not, but no, it doesn't look like it does.
No.
So
that's
statistics.
I think I saw. I can see the pie chart, so you should be able to.
Oh, I'm probably just not on the right screen. So we got.
I'm just looking at the list.
See, we had more. We had 198 contacts on 15 meters. That was our biggest band.
Nice.
186 on 20 meters.
Mm-hmm.
So we had like 12 more contacts on 15 meters.
Mm-hmm.
15 meters was open, but everyone was kind of quiet at 1 o'clock when it went live.
Mm-hmm.
And then about 45 minutes into it, the band just opened up, and it stayed open for an hour or so. And I was working pileups, and then like 2 or 3 hours into the field day, it just died. Mm-hmm. So and then opened back up a little bit later. But I was rolling on 15 meters for a while. We got 268 contacts on sideband, 138 on FT8. Bill got 31 contacts on. Well, Paul, I think you got a few.
No, I didn't make any.
Did you? Okay.
I was hoping to, but I was just too nervous. I wasn't going to be able to copy whoever came back.
All right. 31 CW contacts and 39 FT4. Rob was also doing some FT4.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's the stuff there.
I did more this go around, more contacts on FT8 than phone. Like you said, when I was on 20, the bands were just very, very hard and faint. And I got tired of just listening to the constant static. Mm-hmm. And trying to pull someone out. I was working a contact longer than when an FT8 contact would have taken. So that's why I went back to FT8.
You can check the box right there.
Yeah.
Satellite QSO.
We can go,
that is cool. They make it so easy.
Yeah, I know. It's simple. It's simple.
Alternate
the way
power.
They do it, so.
Satellite QSO.
Emergency power. See, I don't understand this. 0 of 20? What does that mean? 100% emergency power. I don't know.
We got to look at the rules.
Yeah, I have to go check the rules on because we ran on battery power the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was also alternative.
There's an alternative. Is that solar or battery?
Power. I'll have to. 100 bonus points. Hold on. 100 bonus points for making a minimum of 5 QSOs using alternative power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we did that.
We did that because we're all 100%
100 points. 100 points per transmitter classification. If all
that's
contacts,
transmitters.
yeah.
Well, you
per
do
transmitter,
4 on
if
that
all
one.
contacts are made by using emergency power source. Yeah, so I'll do 4 on that one. Exactly.
Nice. 400 points right there.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyway, yeah, so this is where you claim all your bonuses. It's incredibly
cool.
easy to do.
No GOTA.
So,
no youth on the air. We jokingly said I was a safety officer, but we were all drunk at the time, so I don't think that counts.
social media promotion.
Social media.
I think we got that one
we got
covered.
that one pretty well
We've
covered.
got that one covered. Yeah.
I think you can check the alternate power as well. That's the class we were, I think, underneath satellite.
Yeah. Yes.
I think that's 100 if you ran alternate power the entire time, I think.
No, it says minimum of 5 QSOs using alternate power, which of course.
Oh yeah.
We were
of
all.
course, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
William, we announced it on YouTube. There's YouTube videos.
Oh,
We're talking about it right now. I think it's very well advertised.
So, anyway, I'll go through that.
Yeah.
I still need. I'm going to pull out the log and I'm going to upload it to POTA because we were at US 3000 the whole time. So everybody who made contact with us, you automatically got a POTA chase, whether you knew it or not.
Yep.
And then I'll make sure everything's right, and I think we got like a month to submit the field day log, so I'll get it submitted for us. But
Well, guess what you updating those did? It moved us to 28% of the bonuses completed. We moved from 30th to 10th on World Radio League.
Oh.
I see current ranking is 25.
I'm looking at top 10 right here.
Where
ARRL Field, you got to go into the contest, the ended contest, and look under leaderboard.
Contest.
Because it was showing 30, now it shows in 10th.
Interesting.
With 2,112 points.
Okay.
Hillbilly Ham says 100% powered means the batteries were also charged off of solar or emergency power. So since
we had we
had a
solar.
little bit of solar.
We had solar, yeah.
But I don't think we charged the batteries 100% from solar.
I'll have to go back and adjust that accordingly.
Yeah.
I do see that, Paul. Yeah, I see number 10 now.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, like Bill, I don't think recharged at all. He ran his batteries the entire time.
No, I don't think Bill recharged at all. I recharged mine on. I had mine on my solar panel. I ran the Starlink on solar. That should count for something. But
and did Robert? Did you recharge? Frank, I don't remember you guys recharging.
I did plug mine into the wall.
You did
to recharge the battery. I think Jason, you had one of your batteries plugged into the wall.
I had one plugged into the wall, and I had one on the solar. So yeah, so it's not 100% off grid, but yeah, I think I can go in and change that.
Okay. Well, we could have, but we had enough panels. Jesus, we had enough panels to do that, but there was no sun around.
There was no sun.
Those cabins to do that well.
Yeah.
So
I could have brought the generator, and we could have plugged in all the batteries to generator. I kind of forgot about that stat, because usually we have, or I just bring an extra battery, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I had the battery. I had that battery thing too that could have been charged on as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
I didn't want a generator running at the cabin. If we were at the deer lease another spot, yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
Well, we'll have to remember that for next year. We have to either bring like twice as many batteries as what we think we need, or
and then have them just throw them out in the field and have a recharge.
Right, exactly.
spot.
Yeah, I had that 300 watt solar panel connected to my truck, and I was having issues with the charge controller that was connected to my truck. But I charged up that red box battery that I've got. I charged it up with that 300 watt. It was easy to do.
How many amps was that?
About 15.
15 amps. So in theory, I have and I think a couple of y'all do have a power pole splitter. And can we just put multiple batteries on that splitter, and then they charge the batteries?
You could, but then you're distributing amperage. Like, it's not going to charge everything at 15 amps.
No. So, it will half it. So then they'll get 7 amps, and then they plug another one, then it'll be something else.
Easier to just bring more solar panels. I mean, I had 2 solar panels by myself. I had my 150 watt gigaparts panel and this new 300 watt panel. I've got an awesome 400 watt panel here that I did not bring. I've got 2 or 3 power film panels that I could have brought. So I've got plenty of solar panels. And if I had remembered that well, and again, I've never been to this place before. I had no idea what the layout was going to be. I had no idea how much room we were going to have. I had no idea about how we were going to exactly. Yeah, we were kind of secluded back there in that cul-de-sac, which was cool. But I didn't know that until I got there.
Yeah.
So, and we're always talking about how we bring too much crap anyway, and I'm like, I don't want to load all this crap in here and never use it. So,
yeah.
But if we do that again next year at the same place, then we can, we can plan accordingly for something.
Yeah, we could probably have a solar farm in the middle of that circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did it all. We have a solar farm.
Yeah.
And something I kind of been wanting to do is I'm wondering how far we can set up different antennas on the same band, and have it work where they won't bleed over except for the frequency that they're transmitting on. So we can have 2 people operating on 20, one at the top end of the portion and one on the bottom end, or probably somewhere in between. I always wanted to figure that out.
I think it's distance between antennas or those notch filters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where it literally notches out just a small portion of the band.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It could be.
And anything that I like to do this in our our meetings at the end of the sprints. What did we do good that we did amazing and we always got to do again?
I think the setup was great.
I think the hex beam was great, which it always is. The hex tenna worked very well on 40.
Mm-hmm.
William, the hex tenna was set up on 40 meters as invis. I got probably a dozen different stations all across Texas, West Texas, South Texas, and other North Texas stations. I got Oklahoma. We needed Oklahoma. I got Oklahoma on invis, on the invis antenna.
And that's usually a hard one for us.
Yeah. For whatever reason, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska, due north of Texas, is a little bit challenging.
And that was the alpha antenna that was
correct.
acting as the invis. I just wanted to clarify.
I said the hex tenna. That's what it's called. But yes, you're right. I got Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, I think a Nebraska station, and then I probably got 10 to 12 different Texas stations throughout Texas and all the 3 sections that we have around the state. So, that was well done. I enjoyed working at Invis because a lot of times you're like, it's like Don N5 SKT. He's always like, well, set up something so I can talk to you. And I don't think we made contact with him, but we could have.
Mm-hmm.
And who else? Anybody around here that we talked to on normal. Oh, I contacted 2 of the clubs up here in North Texas.
Yeah, I got a Fort Worth club. That was that was cool.
Bill actually QSO'd my club K5LRK in CW.
Nice. Good. Yeah.
Shout out Tom Bowles.
What is something we could, in the next question that we had in our sprint meetings, what's something we can improve on? I think I know the answer on this one's going to be. There's a little bit of more planning at the foresight on the finer details.
On the food planning was not well. The food itself was fine. The food accessory planning wasn't great.
Yeah, those are the finer details. That we.
As far as operating goes, I would like to. I was looking forward to doing some 6 meters, and we didn't really have a setup for 6 meters. Of course, it sounds like it might not have been open anyway, but okay. I would like to do some WinLink. I would like to do some. We should have done the bulletin, that kind of thing. So stuff. I should
have set up my 705 and just something on the table outside to get the bulletin and do WinLink. That's what I should have done.
Yeah. Yep. But Frank, I do need to go. I'm not live streaming, but I do need to drop. So thanks. Appreciate you guys, and
we're about to wrap
we'll
it up
talk
here.
soon. Are you up for tomorrow night, Frank?
Yep, I'll be at the cigar bar.
Okay, cool. I'll see you then.
Awesome. Bye,
All right.
Jason.
See you guys. See you, Paul.
Yep.
To help kind of like alleviate that, I was talking to Jason a little bit, and the next question after, yeah, I fixed you,
I was so
is
wide.
I know. What could we do to not have the same pitfalls that we
Mhm.
had this go around? And I think one thing would be when we do our big trips with Kyle and everyone, we have a planning document and we see the finer details. And a
Yeah.
lot of those planning documents have a template that we reuse and it has a lot of those details on there. I have been hesitant on having those that document out there for a field day type event just
Mhm.
because it's a lot of work like keeping it up and making sure everyone's putting their names on something correctly and filling it out. But that way, we won't miss silverware
Well,
and
it,
plates
I
and
was
towels.
supposed to make the Zoom meeting, and
Hmm.
my schedule changed, so I ended up missing it. Had I made the Zoom meeting, I think some of the food and plates, of course, all that would have been taken care of. But
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I think having that template would be good.
Hmm.
Which I don't know that I've seen, but I remember when Kyle was doing, was it more
Hmm.
something? It seemed like he kind of had it all organized pretty well,
Let me see if
however
I
he
can
does it.
bring up an example of that real fast. Shared with me. Here's our
And I didn't bring my
Colorado
mag loop. I
trip.
should have brought the mag loop and 705 to get the bulletin and win link. I just
Hmm.
wasn't thinking.
Let me clear this. Boom. Here's our Colorado trip. We had
Mhm.
the names of us, and then we're
Nice.
keeping track of who had what site, who's paid, site numbers, link to the weather service for the weather because we're always wondering what the weather is. Reservation numbers. I'm going to skip that because I had a little bit of money. Um, the sites, where were the sites at, where the bathhouses are
Hmm.
at. Like we go into some very
Wow. Yeah.
depth. Food planning on the final version. This had everyone names on it for who's taking what. Then we just some ideas on things to do around the area, and then we had our itinerary for that trip
Hmm.
and where we're driving to, the parks that we're going to. Like we spend time on this document, and that's why I kind of haven't wanted to done it for field day because yeah, it takes a little bit of time of preparation, and then
Yeah.
you can have the best document in the world, but if no one uses it,
Yeah.
what's the point?
I think that would be good. And then we can all access it. And then even if we don't have it, make it to a Zoom meeting or something,
Hmm.
we can see, bacon and eggs hasn't been claimed. I'll bring that, or
Yeah,
and then people could kind of share more.
yeah.
Because you guys, when I asked you guys what I should bring, you're like hamburger buns.
Hmm.
I'm like, there's got to be more than that I can bring. But
Hmm.
yeah.
Make sure I'm there with my trailer kitchen next time. All right, cool. If you want to cook, go for
That'd be
it.
great. Yeah.
um, yeah. My my thing is one thing I kind of wanted to do, or maybe figure out, is a easier meal breakfast on Sunday because I cooked a
Hmm.
full breakfast
Oh,
today,
you did.
and I felt like I was kind of behind unpacking and a little bit
Yeah.
of rushed because everyone was playing a little bit of radio still Sunday
Hmm.
morning, but the time I finished cooking, everyone's station was already broken down, and
Yeah.
my station was still there untouched, which thank y'all for not breaking my stuff down because
And I wasn't there to
everyone
help.
knows like they like their bags packed the right way. So that's cool.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and, but it just kind of felt rushed, and maybe have something a little bit prepared, like donuts or, um,
Yeah. Muffins, donuts, or even cereal, a gallon of milk and, a couple
yeah,
cereals or something.
yeah, something easy just for the breakfast on a
Yeah.
Sunday, so that we don't have to cook something, and then because in the middle of cooking, then I had to go back and I wash silverware and
Hmm.
yeah, um,
Yeah. That's a good idea.
pancakes. We need to do pancakes one day. That'd be cool. I
It's
think we
fairly
did it.
simple. It's a
Hmm.
little, there's a little bit of cleanup to it, but
Hmm. Um, Yeah, I think other than that, it was a good field day. Nothing like
Mhm.
it was just like the fail point was we just missed some everyday items that we thought we had covered,
Yeah.
or we didn't really take full accounting for.
Hmm.
But yeah,
It was still a good time.
it's okay
Fun.
that you missed a meeting. It's you. We knew you were coming, and it was a blast. It was a blast. Final thoughts?
Um, yeah, it was great.
It was great.
I wasn't out as long as you guys, but it was good.
Oh man, we had a lot of fun. We imbibed a lot of amazing things, and we smoked a lot of cigars, drank a lot of bourbon. Digital
Mhm.
Rancher, hey man,
There
thanks
he
for
is.
swinging by. He's
Also on the
probably
way,
just finished mowing the lawn.
oh yeah, he's probably just barely catching up with his chores.
Yeah, right? And the goats.
Yeah, I put my ATAS on and made, I think it was 3 QSOs on 40 meter as I drove home.
Oh,
I don't
nice.
remember the call signs, so if you're out there in QSOD K5BOP,
Mm-hmm.
I was 1C North Texas, one mobile.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry, I'm not putting the log in because I don't remember the call signs.
Aw. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank y'all for joining. I really do appreciate. Just a reminder, subscribe because we're trying to get to 8,000. Once we get to 8,000, we will have a giveaway, and it's going to be a starter shack giveaway. Everything you need to create and start your own shack at home, except the radio and coax because they're expensive. We were going to give them away to a awesome winner on the channel. Um, and also thank you to Dr. Brad for giving us our $10 super chat to keep the live stream free forever on YouTube because I hate how YouTube does their ads. Um, he goes, "Yep, just finished mowing. Love it. Love it." Um, I think that's going to be it, y'all. Thank you for watching, and as always, go forth and conquer. Say bye.
Bye, 73.
Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. You can support me on Patreon. There is a link in the description below. And to all my tankers out there, go forth and conquer.